You've said that part of the reason why this economy hasn't gone down into the abyss was because of the quick action from the federal government. Do these consecutive job and monthly job numbers, where we've gained a number of jobs, potentially lead to a sense of complacency, as in there's not more urgent action that's needed to be taken?
I hope not, because I want to agree with Jason and emphasize that we are getting people back to work, and the jobs in the past 2 months have tracked exactly the decline in people who were temporarily laid off. That's the low-hanging fruit. Get them back to work. That's fantastic. This month, even with the great report, 600,000 people were permanently laid off. So there continues to be jobs lost out there in the economy. That's what policymakers have to keep their eye on. And my concern is that in doing that, they sort of fall victim to too much magical thinking. There isn't a stimulus check or an unemployment benefit or an infrastructure program that is going to create economic growth if people don't feel safe to go to work and to conduct their economic affairs. And all of the focus should be on finding ways to operate the economy in the presence of the virus, because the other magical thinking is that it's just going to go away, or we're going to have a virus or a vaccine for the virus. Neither of those is true. So we need to rethink our strategy. We can't just throw money at this problem.
The $600 unemployment insurance bonus that was extended for 3 months during the pandemic, I believe is now expired. You say that it should not be extended any further. Why is that, Doug?
It will expire at the end of July, and it's simply too big to be extended in its current form. At $600, there's 63% of the workforce makes more on unemployment than they would going back to their old job. In many states, as many as 70% of state workers would be that way. So you need something that's a little more friendly to the labor market. So it needs to be smaller at a minimum, and it would be better to have it be available even if you go back to work. What you really don't want to have is a big impediment to getting people to go back to work. So having that restructured in some ways is an important part of what the Congress needs to do, but it's only part. There are also sort of advances they need to make on making sure there's PPE for people, making sure that workplaces are configured to be safe and not like the meatpacking houses were, and all of that will take money. These are all things that the Congress should think hard about, sort of finding ways to support the economy and getting people back to work and getting people into the stores. The key fact about the downturn is that there wasn't a big income decline. People had an income. They stopped spending, and it was high-income people especially who stopped spending because they didn't want to be near people. We have to fix that problem.